And tell somebody it's worth fighting for. Last week we've been doing a series on faith for the last few weeks, and last week we were talking about Joshua. I thought I was going to be out of Joshua, but it took me back to Joshua. And last week, what we were talking about with Joshua is that Joshua needed courage to be able to do what God had called for him to do. So Joshua was in a situation where when Joshua came on the scene, it says that in the beginning of Joshua, first chapter, verse 1, it says that Joshua, my servant, it says Moses, my servant, is dead, which is to say that his mentor, the person who mentored him, had died and gone off the scene, and he was not there anymore. He says, now Joshua, rise up, he said, and take these people to the land that I'm going to show you, take them and to cross them over the land, cross them into the land of Jordan. The interesting thing that we talked about last week is why he needed courage is because he had never been into the place that he was leading people into. So now he had an assignment to be able to bring people into a place that he had never been in before, but God had told him, he said, what you're looking for, what used to be there for you is not there anymore. I'm not going to allow you to find it. I have buried it. Now I want you to rise up and do something great with your life. Tell somebody, do something great with your life. How he was now on the scene to be able to do something he had never seen, never done before, but he said, I'm going to do what you called for me to do. He rose up, he said, we're going to cross over to the Jordan. Now it's interesting because all these people who are looking at him and said, I have never seen you do this before. I've seen you walk with us through the wilderness before. I've seen you struggle with us before, but I have never seen you walk into the promises before. Some of you who are sitting here today might be the very first people to be able to move into a generation, move into a breakthrough, move into financial blessings, move into favor that your family has never experienced before. You might be the very first in your family to have a degree. You might be the very first in your family to own a business. No one else in your family has experienced that. And sometimes there's a blessing and sometimes I don't want to say a curse, but an uncomfortable place to be the first one to do things. Because when you are the first one, you are a blessing to those who are inspired by you, and you are intimidating to those who don't like you. Because there are some people who, when you have never done something before, when you are the first to do it, the first thing that people want to ask you is, how do you think you could do that? How do you think you could do something that's never been done before? Everyone in our family is in Section 8 housing. What makes you think you're going to own a house? Everyone in our family is on food stamp. What makes you think that you're going to be the first one to be able to be out of debt? Everyone in our family's been in this church all of our lives. We got children. We got family members out there in the graveyard. How dare you go start a church? How dare you do something different than what our family is doing? Some people will celebrate you. Some people will hate you just because you did what was against the grain. You did something completely different. Doesn't mean that you've seen it before, but it means that you believed that you could do it. You believed that there was something in you that was different. I just believed that I wasn't going to carry on a tradition of being negative. I just believed that I was not going to be the one who was going to sit around and crack a barrel and talk about everybody in the church. I just believed that there would be somebody in the church that was praying. I just believed that there would be somebody in the church who believed God. I believed that you could shout and be happy and not shout and be angry. I believed that you could be in the church and praise God and not be sitting there having ulterior motives. I believe that you could come to church and not looking for a dating service. I believe that you could actually get something from the word instead of critiquing the word. I just believe that you could come to church on a 1 o'clock service and actually feel the power of God and not be ready to leave. I just believe that God can do something different. I believe that if I called it non-denominational, he would move. I believe that if it was a Baptist church, he would move. Why? Because it's not the name, it's the God that I serve. It's not the name, it's the God I serve. You don't have to look at me like that. I know what church races look like, but I'm coming down your road today. Maybe that's why I got a handheld microphone today, because I came for friends, family, and fun. But I want you to be saved, set free, and delivered, and not play in church. Don't play games with the gospel of Jesus Christ. How dare the devil smack you all upside your head, and how dare the devil smack you upside with suicide, and you come up in church to play games? It's not worth it. If we're going to do it, Joshua said, I might be the first one to do it. I might be the first one to do it. No one else might not have done this like me before, but I'm going to die trying. I'm going to die trying to be different. I want people to look at me strange when I walk in the mall. I want to pull up on the parking lot of people like, who does he think he is? I think I'm a child of God. I think I am the beloved of God. I think I am the head and not the tail. I think I am above and not beneath. I think that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And I think that every tongue that rises up against me shall be condemned. I believe that he called me to be blessed in the city and in the field. I believe that my stock shall be blessed. I think that my bounds shall be blessed. I just believe that my family will be saved. I just believe that people who are on crack will be saved. I just believe that, I'm sorry, you don't believe that, but I just believe that it's not a day, but it's the gospel of Jesus Christ. I just believe that it's not a song, but it's the blood of Jesus Christ that still reaches to the lowest valley and still flows to the highest mountain. It is that same blood that still gives me strength. Clap your hands all over the building and say, God, I praise you. And Joshua said, I feel like I can do something different than what I've seen before. I just felt like there's something different. I felt like it was a waste of space for me to die doing what everybody else has done. I feel like it's a waste of destiny for me to be just like my grandmother. I feel like it's a waste of destiny and purpose and anointing for me to try to be a carbon copy of things I see on Sunday's best. I feel like there's got to be something different about me so that when you see me, you say, there's something different about me. How dare you, excuse me women for just a second, how dare everyone go to the store and come out with the same weave? Is the industry such a sell? Because everyone has a certain type of style that they want, certain type of color that they want, certain type of hair that they want. Yes, it's your hair because you bought it, but there's something about what you want it to. You want it to flow a certain way. You want it to look a certain way. You want a certain blonde streak right here. There's certain things that you want that make you what you are. When you come next month, we know your hair's going to be green because it was yellow last month. We know there's something peculiar about you. I don't understand it, but you like it. Because it's you. There has to be more of us who will live our lives to be who God called us to be and not what you want me to be. So Joshua rose up and he said, I have to do something different. So Joshua rose up and he walked them through this new assignment. He walked them through this promise. And as he walked through this promise, he walked them to different things. And I don't have time to go through the entire book of Joshua. But he walked them through different phases of their promise. They had to fight while they were in the promise. Because just because God gives you something does not mean you don't have to fight sometimes. So Joshua had to fight for some things. He had to lead them into fighting, and they walked around the wall of Jericho 7 times, and they shouted, and the walls came down. So many different experiences they had, victory after victory. So now, in the ending of the chapter, the ending of the book of Joshua, in this 24th chapter, now Joshua is 110 years old. Joshua is rising up, being 110 years old. He looks at the people and he says to them, he says, you know, in the first few verses, now I have time to go through them, in the first few verses, he says, I want you to remember what God has done for you. I want you to remember that when God found you, you were in bondage. I want you to remember that it is the God of your salvation that caused you to be able to be here today. I'm 110 years old, but before I die, I want you to remember God. I want you to remember this Savior, this Lord, this God who is the one that you cried out to, and you cried out to God, and because you cried out to Him, He heard your cry. Why is it that many of us have learned how to do church, but we have forgot how to remember? I've learned how to go through the routines. I've learned how to go through the rituals, but I have forgotten to remember where He brought me from. See, when you remember where He brought you from, it's hard for you to be critical and judgmental of other people. Because just because you're 45 years old. It was once upon a time that you were 15 and you had a child out of wedlock too. And they wanted you to come before the church and ask for forgiveness. But now that you're 45 and now that you're 55, you say it doesn't make any sense. These children, they don't have any respect. But it used to be a time that you were the one who didn't have any respect. You have to remember that if it had not been for the Lord who was on your side, you would have been another statistic. You would have been just like everybody else. But God snatched you out of what you didn't think you could come. You were sitting on the bar stool, you were sitting there rolling up a blunt, but while you were smoking it, you start hearing God calling you. My grandmother used to say it like this, Sister Ella. She would say, hush, hush, somebody's calling my name. How can I be in the club and hear God calling me? How can I be in the sheets and hear God calling me? Because it doesn't matter where you are. You better not run, you better not hide, because God is going to find you. He's looking for you, and there is no place you can run from His presence. Tell somebody, you can't run, you can't run, you can't run. While I was not thinking about Him, He found me. When He wasn't on my mind, He found me. When I wasn't thinking about Him, He was thinking about me. I was sitting in church not thinking about Him, but He was thinking about me. The reason I'm preaching today is because He was thinking about me. I'm not preaching because I went to TDJ School of Preaching. I'm preaching today because when I was deep in sin, in church, I'm not talking about out of church. I'm talking about I was deep in sin in church. I'm not talking about without the microphone. I was deep in sin with the microphone. You say, oh my God, he's so wrong. Yes, I am, because you were wrong too. You just don't want anybody to know it. I was in the choir, rocking and singing, order my steps in the Word, and thinking about ordering my steps to somebody's doorstep. While I was in there, sitting there praying on the pews, I was sitting there thinking about who I was going to pray on after church was over. All the notes are cool with me today. This is Family and Friends Day. I come to get you today. I come to get you today. We're going to eat later. We're going to have fun later. But while we up in here, I want to be real today. Had a good time at church. Had a good time playing games.
Come on now. Come on, man.
Before text message and before screenshots, before Snapchat. Sitting there playing games in church, playing with God. Singing "'Tis the Old Ship is Mine." And thinking about somebody I was going to get on board after church was over. Sitting there saying, pass me not, O gentle Savior, hear my humble cry, and looking who I could call after church. I played games, but while I was playing, He found me. The reason I feel like I'm here right now is because you've been judged, and you felt judged because people keep telling you, you need to get out of church because you ain't got it together. I want to tell you, you don't have to have it together for Him to find you. You don't have to have it together. I hope somebody smells like me today. I hope you do. I hope somebody smells like you just came out of the bridge today, under the bridge. I hope you do. Because the church is not for everybody who's clean. The church is not for everybody who's got it together. If it was for everybody who's got it together, then I might as well cut off the microphone right now, because I don't have it together. You mean you don't have it together? No, the same Lord you need is the same Lord I need. I can be in the Spirit right now and in the flesh in the same minute. The same Lord is working on you, is working on me. Just because I put on a robe don't make me more anointed. Just because I changed my Facebook title to Pastor Mario does not make me any more anointed. You can change your Facebook name too and be just as sinful. You can play church too. Joshua said there was something different. I feel like I'm all over the place today. Joshua said that was, y'all have to understand, that was a fight for me to preach today. I don't understand what it was about, but I feel like I'm fighting for somebody's soul. You can come back next week and I'll do my Joel Osteen sermon, but today I feel like I'm in warfare for somebody's soul. Warfare. You can play if you want to, but I don't want anybody to go to hell. I don't want you to go to hell and in church. I don't want you to go be in church and then go to hell after you're not saying, oh, it's the old ship is on, and then you still go to hell. I don't want that. I want you to be here, love God, give Him in your heart, and then you can go to heaven. But if we're just going to play games, then we might as well go out to the barbecue right now and have a good time. But I'm not after having a good time. I want more people people saved. I want more people set free. I want more people delivered. I don't want you to go home and your husband slap you upside the head. I don't want you to go home and you can't wait to have your next drink. I want you to come in here and feel something that you never felt before and say, I don't know what this is that makes me want to run and ain't nobody chasing me. I don't know what this is that makes me want to clap my hands and ain't nobody told me to clap my hands. I don't know what this is that makes me want to jump up and run around the whole church and ain't nobody told me to do nothing. But his name is J-E-S-U-S. His name is Jesus. Somebody call his name Jesus.
Preach it.
So he said, remember where he brought you from. So he said, the reason I want you to remember is because if you will remember, I'll never have to show you how to praise.
Yeah.
If I can get you to remember where you came from, I won't have to tell you to clap your hands.
No, you won't.
If I can get you to remember where you came from, I don't have to have a praise team leader tell you what to do. Because the fact that you remember that I was once there, I was once not here. I wasn't thinking about being at church on a Sunday afternoon. There's no way I would be here. If you could remember, no one can tell you what to do to God. So he says, and here I'll have the scripture here. It says Psalms 103 verse 1. He says this. It says, bless the Lord. Say that. Bless the Lord. What? What is my soul? My soul is my innermost part. My soul is not my mouth. My soul is my innermost, my emotions. I have to pull my emotions together and say, bless the Lord. That means when I want to feel depressed, I've got to pull my soul in and say, bless the Lord. When I want to give up, I've got to pull my emotions in and say, this ain't the time to give up right now. Bless the Lord. When I want to slap somebody, I've got to pull my emotions in and say, bless the Lord. When I want to cuss somebody out, I've got to pull my emotions in and say, bless the Lord. I don't know who I'm talking to, but maybe you haven't blessed the Lord. And I'm trying to get you to remember where you came from. So if you can remember where you came from, you can bless the Lord, pull in your emotions and give him the glory that he's due. So he says, bless the Lord, oh my soul. And then what does it say? And forget not. Forget not. Forget not all his benefits. It's somewhere to mess that up somehow. It says, bless the Lord, my soul, and all is within me. Bless his holy name. It says, bless the Lord, oh my soul, and forget not his benefits. In order to bless him, that means to make him the object of your affection.
That's right.
In order to bless him means that everything I am is because of him. In order to bless him, that means even if I don't have what I need, I know that he's all I need. You know when we used to sing the song, Mother Higgins, we used to say, I need thee, oh, I need thee. Every hour, I need thee. Oh, bless me now, my Savior. To thee. Now the reason that I come to him is because I need him. The reason that I come to him, I'm trying to tell you that the answer that you need is not in the car. The answer you need is not in the job. The answer you need is in him. And him alone, period. I need him. When I say I'll come to you, it's not because it's an old song. I'll come to you because if you don't come to me, and if I don't come to you, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to go crazy. No pills can help me. No psychiatrist can help me. I need him. I need him more than anything. I need him more than my next breath. I'm going crazy and insane, and I need something to help me, and his name is Jesus. I need him. Does anybody else need him today? I need Jesus. I don't need church. I need Jesus. Let me say that again. I don't need church. I need Jesus. People say all the time, I can't wait to get to church because it's what I need. You can be in church and still not get what you need. But if you get to church and get Jesus, you have church and Jesus relationship, hear me, my relationship brings me to Jesus. My ritual brings me to church. Say it again. My relationship brings me to Jesus. My ritual brings me to church. See, I have been both traditional and I have been charismatic. And you can be traditional and sit on the mother's bench and sit on the mourner's bench and do all the rituals and do all of it and never have Jesus. Or you could be on the charismatic side and be shouting and jumping around and skipping and laying hands and speaking in tongues and not have Jesus. You can be on either side and still not have Him. But the reason that I sing is because I'm happy. And the reason that I'm preaching is because I got Him. My question is, do you have Him? I don't want the routine, and I don't want the jumping and shouting just to be sweating. If I'm going to sweat and if I'm going to jump, I'm jumping because had it not been for God on my side, I wouldn't be jumping and I wouldn't be shouting. Some people say I don't shout. I don't raise my hand. I don't run because, I just don't get emotional.
Come on now.
But let somebody repossess your car. Let you walk in on your husband with somebody else. You better hold me back. You better hold me back. So why do you have to wait till something to almost kill you for you to get emotional about God? I ain't emotional. They do all this stuff. They shout. They run. I don't think it takes all of that. I call them fanaticals. Verse 14 says, Joshua said, and I'm almost through, I'm not trying to hit it hard, I just feel like I'm after somebody today, and I don't know who I'm after. It says, now therefore, fear the Lord. This verse 14 says, fear the Lord, serve Him in sincerity and in truth. He says, with sincerity and truth. Now, I'm going to say that. I don't want to rush past that. He says, serve Him in sincerity and truth. What's that mean? He says, if you're going to worship Him, be sincere. If you're going to praise Him, be sincere. But be sincere and have truth.
That's right.
I want to stop there. I don't rush past that. If you're going to do it sincerely, do it with all your heart, but do it based on truth. The reason that we started Growth Point, I love many churches, I love my upbringing, there's nothing wrong with how I was raised, nothing at all. However, sometimes you live a hand-me-down gospel. Can I explain that? When I was growing up, we didn't have a lot. I was a preacher's child. I still am, my brother's still living, but I was a preacher's child. And when I was a preacher's child in Greenville, Kentucky, y'all said, what? It's close to Nazareth. Greenville, Kentucky. That went over some of y'all said. So I was in Greenville, Kentucky, and we didn't have a lot. So what would happen is, when the church couldn't afford to pay my dad for revivals and different things, they would give him a big trash bag full of clothes. So we would open the trash bag of clothes, and my mom would say, ain't that a blessing? Somebody thought enough about you to give you somebody else's clothes. Excuse me if I don't have any gratitude. So you better be thankful, because there are people in Somalia who don't have no clothes. Why does it always got to be Zimbabwe or Somalia? There are people in New York ain't got no clothes. But they always put it in some third world countries. People over in Africa like rice, you better eat it. You saw people feed the children. I don't know why we do that. So they said, you better be thankful for that. So I would wear the clothes that was given to me in a hand-me-down. And when I would wear them, it would be embarrassing, because when I wore them, somebody would say, that's my old suit. That's the old suit. Mama gave me my old suit. I'm like, well, at least I wear it better. Well, it's still a hand-me-down. And here it was, I was living someone else hand-me-down.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't afford to get something new, I had to settle for what was handed down for me.
Yeah.
So I walked around many years in somebody else's clothes.
Yeah.
Now, somebody else's clothes may not mean anything to you, but when you're wearing somebody else's clothes, sometimes you're wearing somebody else's identity.
Yeah.
When I'm wearing somebody else's identity, that means I'm wearing somebody else's history.
Yeah.
If I'm wearing your history, that means I'm connected to something that's generational.
Right.
I can't wear your stuff. So I'm walking around looking good, but I'm still wearing your stuff.
Yeah.
Walking around taking selfies, but somebody else's stuff. Walking around looking happy, but somebody else's stuff. And the reason that the letter kills but the spirit gives life is that you can go ahead and learn how to do routine and ritual and be wearing somebody else's stuff. And it not work for you. You've been trying to have a new personal relationship with Jesus, but you scared to have a relationship with Jesus because you got to go to Memorial Day and ask your grandmama, is it okay for you to do what you do now? Grandmama, I'm sitting here. I know you've been dead for 15 years, but I just want to make sure if it's okay if I run around the church Sunday. I want to make sure if it's okay if I speak in tongues. I want to make sure if it's okay. And you are sitting here honoring something that's dead and you won't seek what's living. Because you don't want to disappoint somebody that's dead and in the grave.
Can't do it.
Wearing somebody else's clothes. Y'all know I can stay on that for 20 more minutes. The danger of wearing somebody else's clothes. There's danger in living somebody else's identity. Why is there danger? And I'm going to get off of it because I don't want to make you nervous. I don't want when I shake hands at the church, I don't want y'all to be like, I ain't speaking to him. No, I want you to hug me. I take selfies with you. I want to have you go right now.
Preach.
Go right now.
Preach.
The danger in wearing somebody else's stuff, listen, the danger in me preaching like T.D. Jakes, the danger of me preaching like Eddie Long, and the danger of me preaching like Joel Osteen, the danger of me preaching like anybody else in this city is this. Because if I put on your clothes, that means I can handle your attack. So if I say, get ready, 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 get ready. Stuff, and I'm mocking somebody else's garments, then that means I can handle the demons that are attacking Bishop Jakes. The reason that you can't play somebody else's life and you can't be somebody else is because you might not be able to handle what they went through. You might not be able to handle what they come over. You might not be able to handle what they took, what made them who they are. You can learn from their lessons, you can learn from them, but you can't be them. When I die, some of you are praising God right now for that one thought. There will never be another one because you can never beat me being me. You can mimic it, but you can't beat it. And that is the difference between charismatic and traditional. Many traditional are trying to mock charismatic, and many charismatic are trying to rebuke the traditional. The traditional are saying, I don't need all that. The charismatic are saying, you need all this and more. But Jesus is in the middle saying, what difference does it make how you get to the cross? I just want you at the cross, whether you speak in tongues or whether you don't. Whether you get baptized in Jesus' name or whether you get baptized in the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. I don't care. I just want you saved. Stop arguing. Stop fighting. Stop acting like little children and get to the cross. Does it make what church you're in? Well, you know, you promote your church instead of the God of the church. You're more excited about your church than you are about Jesus. And I want more people more excited about Jesus than your church. If the church burns down today, Jesus is still the same. Yesterday, today, and forevermore. He says, therefore, serve the Lord in sincerity and in truth. Put away the gods which your fathers served. John, the 4th chapter, verse 23 through 24. Somebody say, preach! Preach! I think I will. Verse 23 says, he says, yet a time is coming and has now come when true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth. Now, I bolded that true worshipers, because if there means he's looking for true worshipers, that means there's some false worshipers.
Yeah.
See, everything I say, I want to show you in Scripture. I don't want you to take my word for it. I want to show you. It says, yet a time is coming, and now he said, when true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth. Meaning I can dance on it, and I can be in truth. You know, I was in a choir one time at Kentucky State University. I was in a choir, and we went to this church that was predominantly white. It was a wonderful experience. We went there, and this lady who we were backing up for was a black lady, predominantly African American. So she was there, and she said, the reason that I love these kind of atmospheres, black and white, is because many of the white worshipers, she said this, I didn't say it, she said many of the white worshipers, when I sing with them, she said they have a lot of truth, but don't have a lot of spirit. When I sing at the black churches, they have a lot of spirit, but they don't have a lot of truth. I've seen all y'all looking at me funny and strange. I can't wait to shake your hand after church. Y'all have given me the hood look. Y'all spirit and truth. So she said, I love when they come together because they can learn from each other. So if you're going to shout, my question is, what you shouting about? So if you're not shouting, but you got truth, I'm saying, why ain't you shouting? Because you got the truth, but if you got the truth, you should have the spirit. And if you got the spirit, but it doesn't mean you have the truth. So that means for those of us, and I'm not saying anything that I haven't said. Those of us who leave church saying, we ain't had no church today. We ain't shout today. We didn't dance today. Ain't nobody did nothing. He was all right. I guess I'll try it again. It wasn't one of his good sermons. It wasn't good. I ain't feel nothing. I said it. What you're saying and thinking, I said it. But my question is, if your faith, or my statement is, if your faith only works with a shout,
Come on now. Come on.
if your faith only works on Sunday, then I'm wondering what's keeping you Monday through Saturday. If you only got Jesus on Sunday, if you only got Jesus when everybody else is around, see, I was with somebody yesterday, and they told me, Tasha, they said to me, they started cussing real bad. They said, I'm so sorry that I'm cussing in front of the pastor. I said, God is not nervous because you're cussing in front of me. Because if you're cussing, that means it's in you. If it wasn't in you, it can't come out of you. God is not nervous because you're drinking. Some of us try to put on the front to be something that you want me to be. If I ain't there yet, I just ain't there yet. Excuse me if I cuss for a minute. Excuse me, I know that messed up a whole bunch of church people. He is really messing up my religion. I hope I am. I hope I am. I hope I am. Because if Jesus really works, then that means he can save your dirty mouth. He can save your molesting self. He can save your angry self. He can save your angry self. If Jesus really works, he's not just the Jesus of Sunday. He works all the time. He works for same-sex. He works for heterosexuals. He works for confused. He works for the angry. He works for the murderers. But for us, we don't want him to work. Because if he really works, then that means you got to forgive people that you don't want to forgive right now. You want to be angry. You want to be mad. You want to hit somebody. So you blame it on, let me put my religion down for a minute. You can't ever put down something you never had. The best I can.
Come on.
If it really works, then it works beyond church. If it's really the gospel, it works beyond church. So he says, true worshipers worship in spirit and in truth, for they are the kind of worshipers the Father seeks. He says, God is a spirit, and his worshipers must worship him in spirit and in truth. It didn't say sometimes. It says you're commanded to worship him in spirit and truth, which means, this is my whole point of saying this, what an insult it would be to God for you to be a good church attender for 15 years and never grow.
Yeah, come on now. Yeah.
It's okay for you to cuss right now.
Yeah.
But 20 years later,
Yeah.
it's okay for you to have anger issues right now. But you mean you go to church every week
Yeah. Come
and
on.
it ain't changed yet?
Yeah.
It's okay that you hadn't prayed today.
Yeah.
Right.
But you mean for the next 15 days you're not going to pray until you get laid off your job again?
Yeah. Yeah. Preach, Myra. Yeah.
He says, those who worship him, you've got to do it in spirit and truth. Means it's okay for you to be ignorant sometimes.
Yeah.
But you can't be a fool all your life.
Yeah.
Not forever.
No.
Not, you can't die dumb.
No.
And I'm saying that to say, hear my heart. I don't know why I'm preaching like this today.
That's all
I
right.
promise y'all, I really prepared a really nice, warm, cozy, I like him type of preacher. So he's really cool. I tried it, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
He said, if you preach that, nobody's going to change.
Yeah.
If you preach that, you'll be light, but you'll send a whole lot of people to hell.
Yeah.
And I decided, I said, Lord, if you want to kick me out like this, and you won't cause me to go through this much, I promise you, I won't preach lies.
Yes.
I won't preach lies. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it.
Tell the truth.
I would rather walk around and not be light,
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
and at least know I did the truth,
Yeah.
than to walk around light and scratching everybody's hand.
Yeah.
He said, if you're going to worship him, you got to do it in sincerity and in truth. Someone say, I want the truth.
I want the truth.
Verse 15, he says, and if it, I'm going somewhere, I promise you. And verse 15 says, and if it seem evil to you to serve the Lord. He said, if it seem evil to you, this is verse 15, last verse, choose for yourselves this day whom you will serve.
Yeah.
He says, if worshiping God seems like a burden to you, if honoring God seems like a burden to you, if loving God seems like too much to you, make a choice.
Yeah.
Whether it's going to be him or what you win.
Yeah. Yeah.
If what you win is working so well for you, why do you keep running to me?
Yeah. Come on now.
If the relationship you in is really meeting all the needs, then why do you keep going to bed crying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
If him hitting you is okay, then why do you keep putting makeup on?
Yeah.
Lord, my Lord.
If you're okay with that, then that's cool. Stay there.
Yeah.
But if you're not okay, make a choice.
Yeah.
Say, I want Jesus.
Yeah.
Even if I don't have it together, I want him. I don't know anything about Leviticus. I know nothing about Deuteronomy. I know nothing about Joshua. I know nothing about Matthew. And all those people y'all just said, I don't know nothing about any of those people. But I do know I want Jesus. Because what I'm doing right now ain't working.
Yeah.
What I'm trying right now ain't working.
Yeah.
I've tried it and it's not working.
Yeah.
I got to have it. He said, if it seems evil for you, he says, I want you to make a choice. And I want you to write this down next screen. He says, our homes, I wrote this down, our homes, he's talking about his house. He said, our home, he said, as for me and my house we will serve. Our homes are the mission and the battlefield.
Right.
I hope this helps somebody.
Yes, it
The
will.
reason I want you to know this is because you keep wondering, why am I going through so much in my house?
Come on.
Come on now.
Come
Did you
on.
hear what I just said?
Yes, it is.
Some of you are saying, I don't know why I'm going through so much hell in my house.
Come on.
I didn't sign up for this hell.
Come on.
Because your house is your mission field
Right.
and your battlefield.
Yeah.
What does that mean? It is the place that I learned how to minister, and it is the place I learned how to fight.
Right.
Meaning, before I learned how to preach to y'all, I was preaching to my house.
Yeah.
I can't say anything to y'all that I wasn't saying in my house.
That's right.
I learned. My first ministry started with my house.
Yeah.
My first ministry started with my children. My first ministry started with my wife. And then it went beyond that.
Yeah.
The question is, are you ministering to your house?
Come on now.
Do they see Jesus in your house?
Yeah.
Does Jesus really live in your house? Is Jesus on Showtime?
Come on now.
Come on
Is
now.
Jesus on Cinemax after 10:30?
Yeah. Come on. Wow.
Well,
Preach.
Do they see Jesus in your house or do they see compromise?
Yeah.
So when you bring them to counseling, you say, I don't know why they want, we're a God-fearing house.
Yeah.
My mama was on the mother's board. I was an usher. We're a God-fearing house. And I don't know why my children are going differently. I don't know why they're doing something strange.
Yeah.
Maybe because they don't see God outside of Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah.
My house, your house, is a mission field and it's a battlefield. Meaning that if you got it, it's worth fighting for.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I got my mission for my family. I got my mission for my house. And then that means that when the enemy comes for my mission, then I'm going to fight for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means when the enemy comes for my thing that he promised me, I'm going to fight for it.
Yeah.
That means you can't take my car off my lot if you ain't got my keys.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You can't sneak in and try to hijack something that don't belong to you.
Yes, sir.
There are some of you who you have allowed the enemy to hijack your joy. You haven't been happy in a long time. You haven't had peace in a long time because you allowed the enemy to come in and take what's not his.
Yeah.
You allowed him to come in and take your family, come in and take your mind, come in and take your relationship, come in and take your children, and you sit here crying over something that's yours. Take it back.
Yeah.
Take it back. Don't allow somebody to come in and do a jack up and a hold up on you, and you sitting there scared. You better go to the gun range, learn how to shoot, so that when somebody comes in there with a gun, you say, if you gonna shoot me, we gonna shoot each other, but one of us is gonna die, and it ain't gonna be me.
Preach it.
You got to tell the devil, if you are not paying my mortgage, you can't live here. If you're not paying my car note, you can't ride in my car.
Yeah.
If you didn't buy these rings, you can't wear.
Yeah.
Stop falling out for what you're supposed to fight for.
Yeah.
Amen.
My house is my mission field and my battlefield. And y'all have to excuse me if I'm a little militant today because I'm usually more nice, but I'm here to fight the enemy today for your life.
Come on.
Yeah.
I don't want you to come to church to have a good time, friends, family, and fun, and we didn't have no fun because you didn't get saved, you didn't get changed, you didn't get delivered. Our house is our mission and our battlefield.
Yeah.
I learned how to fight.
Yeah.
I learned how to stand my ground.
Yeah.
Because when I walk around my house, I say, this is here. This is mine.
Yeah.
This is mine. What, no, excuse me, I said it last week. She said, Harpo, this here, I juke on.
Come on with it.
It's here, I juke on. I don't care what you got, but this is mine. You can't come and take mine. That's the wonderful thing I learned about the South when I was in Mississippi. I learned it wasn't about the house. It was about the land.
Yeah.
They might have had a trailer, a double-wide trailer, but it was on their land.
Yes.
Because they said, if you come on my land, don't worry about what I'm living in. This here is mine.
Yeah.
You can't come on my ground and take what's mine.
Yeah.
So what I want some people in here to do is stop cowering down for what's yours.
Yeah.
Fight. How are you going to sign up to be a soldier in the army and start crying when they want you to fight?
Yeah.
You signed up. You know Sam, do they have Sam anymore? He says, we want you, I want you. Do they have Sam anymore?
Yeah.
You know Sam? I talk about Sam's Club. I'm talking about, Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of it. Uncle Sam. He pointed the finger, he said, we want you.
Yeah.
Meaning you signed up for this. Do you think that Jesus went through all that he went through for us to just have a good time?
No.
No. The songwriter said, must Jesus bear the cross alone?
Yeah.
all the world go free? He said, no, it's a cross for you.
Yeah.
It's a cross for you.
Yeah.
It's a cross for me.
Yes.
You've got to go through. But it doesn't mean that you'll stay going through, but that means you've got to fight for it. It's worth fighting for. Tell somebody it's worth fighting for.
It's worth fighting for.
He said, as for me and my house, listen, he didn't say me without my house. He didn't say my house without me. He said me and my house.
Yeah.
Why am I preaching about this on Father Friends and Father Family Day and not preaching about something real jovial? The reason that you're here today, you're sitting in this pew today, is because somebody said, as far as me and my house, we'll serve the Lord.
Yes.
I don't live in their house. As far as me and my sphere of influence.
Yeah.
As far as me and everybody that I'm connected with. I want you, even if you don't want what I have, I at least want to make sure I expose you to it before I die.
Yeah.
Even if you think this is fanatical, even if you think this is completely what you don't think is what you want, as far as me and everybody I'm connected with, I'm at least going to invite them to church one time.
Yeah.
At least say, come to Growth Point one time. You don't have to come back ever again. But I want you to come one time because everybody I'm connected with has got to at least be introduced to Jesus one time.
Yeah.
As far as me and my house, we will serve the Lord. The last thing I want to say is that in verse 32, this is why it was so important. In verse 32, it says that, and that definitely not my scripture. Verse 32, you can write it in your own time. Verse 32, it says, and Joseph's bones, which the Israelites had brought up from Egypt, was buried there. This became the inheritance of Joseph. Now, I want to say this because, and those of you who might not know what Joseph is, I want to give you a real brief thing on Joseph. Joseph was a dreamer. Joseph was someone in Genesis, the book of Genesis, maybe 38, I don't remember. But Joseph was a dreamer, and people didn't like him because he dreamed.
Right. That's right.
They sold Joseph.
Yeah.
Put him into a pit, sold him into slavery. Joseph came through everything he came through, wound up serving the whole nation. The very brothers who sold him into slavery, at the ending of his term, had to wind up coming to him because he had to help them. When he looked at them, he had an opportunity to retaliate for what they did for him.
Right.
But he said, don't worry about it. What you meant for evil, God meant for my good.
Right.
Joseph died. And Joseph said, I might be dying in poverty. I might be dying in the situations, but don't let my bones stay here.
Yeah.
When you come into your promise, bring me with you.
Yeah.
What that means is, the reason that I've got to evangelize everybody I can is because there are testimonies of people who died.
Right. Well.
Who said, don't let my grandchild die without knowing Jesus.
Yes.
Don't let my son die without knowing Jesus. When they get saved, my bones rejoice. When they get delivered, I wasn't there. I'm dead, but my bones got notified.
It's all right. It's all right.
When I came out of some things that I was in, my grandfather and my people were not around. But heaven sent notification to their bones to say the one that you prayed for, he just came in. The one that you thought wasn't going to get delivered and come out of that, he's in church now. The one that was on the streets when you died, they're actually a preacher now. The one that was out there selling dope and the one who was out there slinging and all this stuff, they're actually a deacon now. Can you believe it? I just want to send notification to the grave that you didn't die in vain. I just want to send notification to what you died for. You didn't die in vain. And they're praising God and everybody's looking at them funny just like they looked at you. You didn't die in vain. Joseph said, take my bones out of here because I won't let y'all rejoice without me. When I stand here and preach today, it has nothing to do with me. The song said, somebody pray for me. had me on their mind.
Yeah.
They took the time to pray for me. I'm so glad they prayed. I'm so glad they prayed. I don't know who prayed for you. And I think you think that it's over. For some of you, I don't know what I'm talking about, but some of you think it's over for you. Somebody died praying for you.
Yes, they did.
Somebody died saying, I want to hear about their success one day.
Yeah.
Because I made a covenant to God that as for me and my house,
Yeah.
everything that comes after me has got to serve. Because I lived an example while I was living.
Yeah.
So even if they didn't agree with it while I was alive,
Come on.
I believe that heaven's going to send me notification.
Yes.
And my bones are going to rejoice
Yeah.
that the one I thought got away, you snatched him.
Yeah.
Sanctified Church used to sing, the devil thought he had me,
Yeah.
but I got away.
Yeah.
I want you to tell somebody I got away. I'm going to close. I've told this story one time before, and I'm going to tell this story one more time again. I told it at a funeral one time, and I feel like it's applicable for today. This is why I like this. I want to explain why I like this. I'm usually really, really excited, but I feel really somebody.
That's
I
all
really feel
right.
like I'm after somebody.
Yes.
I don't know who, but I'm going to read this real quick, and I'm going to be through. My name is Tammy. This is my life. I will get saved when I've got time. I was born January the 1st, 1964. As I grew up, the Lord kept his hand on me. He healed my polio.
Well,
Now I walk like you. Thank you, Jesus. He showed me right from wrong. I think I'll get saved when I turn 30. I've got time. I got on drugs. He brought me through. Thank you, Jesus.
well.
I got pregnant. I cried to the Lord. He gave me a husband. I said to myself, when I get 30, I'll get saved. I've got time. I was shot in the back. The doctor said I would never walk again.
Yeah.
I cried to Jesus for 2 years. Now I can run, I can jump. I should get saved, but no. I'll wait till I'm 30, I've got time.
Yeah.
I had no food in the house. My children were hungry. I asked the Lord to make a way. Right then, my doorbell started to ring. The postman started ringing my bell. He had a letter for me. I started singing when I was returning to the house. I opened the letter and it was a check for $50.
Well.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
Again, I promise when I turn 30, I'm going to get saved. I got time. I read my Bible. I know of the Lord. He and I go a long way back. I've got time. So it's Saturday night. I'm going out. I'm going to have myself some fun. I put the kids to bed. When I step out, I see my sister running towards me. She told me one of the children was playing with matches and was burned. Again, I cried to the Lord. I said, Lord, hear my prayer.
Well.
He did. He didn't take my child. I did not lose my child to the state. I'm really going to get saved, though, when I turn 30. My cancer went into remission. My body got healed. Praise the Lord. I've got time. I'm 30 now. Tonight is my last night to turn up. Guess what? My birthday falls on a Saturday.
Wow.
Therefore, Sunday, I'll be at church.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord. However, for now, it's Saturday. I have so much fun at my party. It's in my backyard. They throw me in a pool. All of a sudden, I feel something in my head. Something's happening. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know. I can see light. There's people all around me, but I can't talk. I cried to the Lord. I said, Lord, what time is it? He says, 11:55. But I don't know your voice. Who are you? He says, my name is Lucifer. I don't love. I don't like. I just want your soul.
Yeah.
Every time I came for you, the Lord said no. Somebody was praying for you.
Yeah.
So I planted a seed in your mind to make you think you had time.
Come on now.
You see, I'm a smart devil.
Yes.
I'm tricky, and I'm dirty, and I'm the best liar in the world.
Yes.
Tammy tragically died December 31st, 1993.
Wow.
5 minutes before she turned 30.
Wow.
So for all of you all, including myself, I got time. I can play games a little bit longer. I'm cool. Skip the devil. He's trying to mess with my children, mess with my family. They'll come around. You don't want to play games with the devil. Don't play games with your soul.
That's right.
This message today says it's worth fighting for. When I say it's worth fighting for, I mean fight. If you lose, lose going down with the fight.
Right, yeah. Right.